Hey guys, what's up? ScreenguardGuy here, coming to you with another pro Dota commentary. This time it's a pro game played for the Dota D-Sport Games tournament, featuring iDeal as well as mith.trust. Mith.trust being one of my favorite teams. I actually haven't heard of iDeal. I probably should have. They'll definitely be a very, very strong team, I'm sure, if I look it up. But mith.trust is one of my favorite teams, and I was kind of like I was amazed I hadn't casted a game yet featuring them. Anyway, this game promises to be a good one. Features some unusual picks that we haven't seen in a while, but a bit more standard than what we've been seeing before, such as techies and stuff. Just gotta wait for it to load. Thank you to everybody who subscribed and who's given me feedback. I've gotten a ton of really, really good feedback coming from YouTube, as well as coming from posting my stuff on the DotAcommentaries.com. A lot of you just, it's stuff like put up an overlay bar, an overlay picture onto the replay bar, which hopefully this commentary should have, improving my mouse movements during team fights. So I'll be looking out for that. But thank you to everybody who has given feedback, and please feel free to give requests or feedback for this particular for the future. I'm just gonna speed it up. Teams usually take a very long time with their picks and bans. Shadow Demon will be banned first, as well as Earthshaker. Shadow Demon being one of those very, very powerful utility heroes. He's incredibly versatile. Can be used as a pusher. Do not underestimate poison. It is so powerful. If you've ever played him in a pub game, he can actually carry. But in professional games, usually use as support. Doesn't need a lot of levels. Well, he needs a lot of levels, but doesn't need a lot of items, doesn't need a lot of farm. Earthshaker very much the same. If you can get that Earthshaker though with just a bit of farm, get him, let's say Mana Boots, Blink Dagger, Aghanims, and a Ghost Scepter, a really good Earthshaker can completely turn the tide of a team fight, as we can see time and time again. You won't even see the Earthshaker until he comes out. Huge Fisher, Echo Slam, destroys everybody, has such a great impact in the game. So the fact he's being banned shows that they're finally they recognize him as a threat. Bat Rider as well has also become very common first ban material, particularly in the Southeast Asian scene. He can so effectively shut heroes down. Just that flaming lasso, it just kills farm. It's absolutely very powerful. Anyway, Rubik, also another one of those heroes. Sometimes he can have such a huge impact. It's really, his Fade Vault is incredible. His telekinetic throw is just fantastic. The spell steal, of course, very, very good. You'd ideally want to see it steal like a really, really good spell, such as an ultimate, but there's really no such thing as a bad spell. I keep reiterating that. Like, apart from Night Stalker's ultimate, is there really a spell that you would say, no, I really don't want to have that? And, Rubik, that versatility is more spells than Invoker, if you think about it. Which, I don't know, just gives him that extra edge. And he's really found his place amongst being the captain's mode. He's definitely, not first ban, first pick material, but he's definitely more... A lot of teams want him. That's what I can say. That's the trend that I've been observing. Windrunner, also very, very popular. She's become, I'd say, first pick material. She's one of those heroes. She can overcome level difference, can overcome farm difference. She doesn't need a lot. So that's probably why she's being banned. She has like the 4-second shackle shot stun on 2. Absolutely broken. If there's the thing about her is that if, let's say, she doesn't get the farm, she's busy ganking, whatever, she doesn't get the experience, she can do a significant amount of sort of difference against heroes who are like 1 or 2 or even 3 levels higher than her. I mean, you see the same with her and Crystal Maiden, except that Windrunner more offensively so. So the fact she's definitely one of the more enduring heroes, and certainly such a useful utility to have. Lycanthrope, of course, arguably the best late game hero. I don't believe so, but definitely has been seeing a lot of play as a late game hero. In fact, I haven't seen, a lot of ban for its late game prowess. I haven't seen a Lycanthrope being played for quite some months now, actually, to be completely honest. But yeah, very powerful hero, almost unkillable in the late game. Just that extra increased attack speed is just insane. Anyway, Naga Siren will be picked up as the first pick. Incredibly popular, especially even as a late game carry, but also prevalent as a pusher. Get a Radiance on her. Diffusal Blaze, she's just so ridiculously imbalanced with the nets, and it's just ridiculous. She's just such a powerful hero, such a powerful pusher. Sand King Invoker. Sand King, of course, one of the strongest gankers as well. That initiation in with the Burrow Strike, as well with the follow-up ultimate coming off the Epicenter. And Invoker, once again, one of the more diverse and sort of versatile heroes. The 10 ultimates, incredibly powerful. A lot of great stats from the Quas Exort Wex. Just a strong laner. A little bit tougher to play because that the Tornado EMP combo has been slightly nerfed. It's still possible to do it. It's just a bit harder, but of course, He's also had an upgrade with that Sunstrike now being pure damage. It's very interesting. I'm sure if you can play a really powerful Invoker, you can see quite a bit of... You'll see something quite spectacular. Like, think Ancient Apparition with those long range AI splash just catching everybody. I'm going to see Darkseer as well as Chun being picked up. Darkseer, okay, I'll just talk about the Chun for a bit. Very powerful pusher. He's just such a fantastic hero to have on your team if you can really play him right, because it's like having an army of heroes, an army of creeps just to support you. Darkseer, I don't really like Darkseer as a pick, but he's certainly seen a lot of prevalence despite having that Aghanim's nerf coming in from the 6.74. Is that where we're playing? Yeah, I can't even remember. 6.74. He's one of 2 melee intelligence heroes, and the thing about him is that when I think intelligence heroes, usually I'm sort of more leaning towards huge damage dealers like Skywrath Mage, or somebody who has like a lot of, utilities, a lot of like Queen of Pain, such a high output, or he really doesn't do his job as well. The haste and the ion shell, they're great, but they're not really huge, impactful spells, so to speak. But still, he has been seeing a lot of play as a sort of a no longer first pick material, but he'll certainly crop up. He's not uncommon to see him. Lanaya also not an uncommon pick, especially in the Filipino scene. These are both Thai teams, but Lanaya, pure damage. We're talking, which is actually kind of stupid if you think about it. Stygian Deso and just a blink dagger on her. She is incredible as a chaser. She has no stun, which I'd say is her only weakness, so you can sort of just teleport out, but she is just so difficult to fight against. Pure damage, just output those refraction charges. You're going to want somebody on there like a Venomancer or something. Panda, Morphling, Ancient Apparition, Crystal Maiden are going to be banned. Rasta's going to be picked up next. A very, very powerful pusher, actually, because of those Serpent Wards. Hex, as well as that Shackle, which is just essentially like 2 disables. As well as you've got that Ether Shock as for a good nuke. We haven't seen him so much. Kind of fallen out of favor in exchange for Puck, and to be quite frank, I really don't think Puck is that great a hero. I mean, on paper, he's such a perfect laner because of that phase shift, 0 mana cooldown, Illusory Orb, such great skills, Dream Coil is great ganking skill, but I've always seen him outlaned. We're just going to be... I'll just keep talking about the picks, though. It's going to be Ogre Magi as well as Lina, picked up for the Sentinel side as the final picks, as well as a Dazzle. Now, we don't see Dazzle a lot. He's one of those heroes that can really annoy the hell out of you. His Shallow Grave has like a it's like 10-second cooldown or something like that, 15 seconds. It is absolutely insane. Last 5 seconds, your HP can't go below 1. It's so great for countering like incredible carries, because just purely for the fact that the guy has to focus on you for like an extra 5 seconds, or he has to switch targets, and it's just the most annoying thing. Have you ever played against a really powerful Dazzle? He's a strong healer. Oh, absolutely fantastic. It kind of carries into the late game. The reason why we don't see him so much is because, well, he doesn't... Actually, I have no idea why we don't see him so much. Somebody more intelligent could explain it to me. But I think he's a great hero, and I'm just glad to see him being picked up. And we're going to be seeing... Oh, their teams are just going to not encounter each other. This ward placed, obviously, to block off the creep tank. Well, these 3 are just going to go by? Did they catch them? Nope. Nope, not catching each other. Oh, yes, they are. They're going to turn back. Are they going to catch? Yes, a stun goes off on the Chun. Is this going to drop as first blood? No, she should be just fine. Out of Barrow Strike range. And, of course, you've always got that Rasta. They're going to be heading towards the tower. There shouldn't be a go made off another Riptide. And another stun goes on Nagasiren, but she is very powerful. Chun's going to send her home straight away. That would be a victory in the Scourge side. Being able to send one of the heroes home so early, you're going to miss out a bit on that farm. It takes him longer to come back, to walk back, than it would be to die. But at least he didn't die. At least he didn't drop gold. It's going to be Dazzle sent to the middle. You don't normally see this. Lanaya should be having the easier time, even though Dazzle does have a natural heal, and he will be going for a fast bottle. Those side blades are just absolutely insane for harass once he skills them. So she should be going for bottle as well. Maybe blink as well, perhaps. I'll be checking her items real quick. Nope. Just a lot of regeneratives as well as a Slippers of Agility. Ooh. What's going on? I'm just going to check the top. I really expected Invoker to go mid, usually very versatile mid hero. But yes, I guess Lanaya, they just wanted to get a bit more farm, a bit quicker, which is also very valid point. You do want your carry to sort of get extra farm. That pure damage. Do not mistake Lanaya. She can definitely go to late game very, very easily. Refraction charges are never a skill. Like 7 instances of damage, never a skill you don't want to have. And that Lina showing a lot of potential. Just echoing, just ushering. I love the word ushering. Ushering away that Naga Siren. Just preventing her from getting the farm. She will be the late game carry of the Sentinel side. And with Lina Inverse, we don't really see her so much, which is, I think it's a waste because her Laguna Blade is so very powerful. And then we see the stun, I believe it's like a 1.7, no, 0.5 second delay, which is absolutely insane. Laguna Blade is like, I believe 1250 damage with an Aghanims upgrade, which is like, it's stupidly powerful, she's one of my favorite heroes to have of my team, just as a damage dealer, along with Skywrath Mage. It's just absolutely insane in terms of damage. We're seeing I'm just going to go over here a little bit. There's a bit of a push going on, as well as a creep pull. That Ion Shell being used to draw away some creep aggro. Draw away some creeps. Is Evoker going to do anything about it? Cold Snap, perhaps? No, and we're going to be seeing more of a chase. Everything is... I really hate it because I feel my map is too small. My screen is too small. And what is going on here? Some interesting Ion Shell farming here. Going to be going directly for the creeps. This is kind of what you expect to see with an axe. You don't really get that kind of idea with a Darkseer. He'll probably be going for bottle, so you can keep spamming that as well as just getting a bit of extra life. Dazzle doing a fantastic job using those just with the harass. Side blades have come up. You can see the animation, but no, she's not giving her an opportunity because she really doesn't have anything. Is he gonna get his bottle? Has he already gotten his? Has he already gotten it? In the meantime, bottom lane just absolutely being dominated by the Sentinel side. I wonder who's picking up most of the farm. Just going to check real quick. 0-0. Lead 0-2. So it will be Sand King getting the most of the farm. Sitting here very comfortable 10-5. It's very, very decent. There's going to be a smoke gank going on. Already creeps picked up. Are they going to be able to go for that? For that Lanaya? Ooh, not really the best unless somebody has dust. Just going to check it out. Why am I doing walk in? No, they're going to go all the way to the top. Transition. Well, very good. This is really something you expect to see on more an axe. Ooh, what's going to be going on here? There's a huge chase going on at the bottom. There's a lot of stuns going for the Naga Siren. Another stun, very good chain stun, as well as that fire. It's just pure. It's about 200 damage, and there's going to be another go made on the middle. No, I was completely incorrect. Mel is going to go off. Anybody have dust? Yeah, there will be one shadow just to get that extra damage. Let's see here. Those neutrals being stolen. Of course, the only no, it will be Soul Ring picked up. Not really caring so much about the health. The only problem with this is that it gives free farm effectively to the Invoker underneath that tower. But Sentinels mith.trust don't seem to mind that so much. 18-0 vs 20-0. I believe it's even higher than that. Yeah, 23. Very, very powerful indeed. And we're going to be seeing a bit of a go made on the top lane. There's going to be those Trend Creeps that Wild can able to do an incredible amount of slow. Do they have the follow-up damage? Ether Shock? Oh, they do definitely have the chain stun. It's debatable. Have they been seen already? They definitely have been seen now. Are they gonna make? Are they still gonna make a go? Is the question. They can definitely force the Invoker just out of this lane. He has to run. He's in a lot of trouble. The question is, will Invoker be able to get another one off? Wild King gonna be running into the woods. Not sure why that is. Tower damage, but there's gonna be teleports in. They should get out of there. The Sentinel are not equipped to fight this team fight. The Ogre Magi is going to be coming in. He is of course, the other intelligence hero who is also a melee. But he has received an Aghanims upgrade, and I've yet to see anybody get an Aghanims for him. I'm just really curious to see how that Fire Blast works as a chain stun. I mean, he's a hero who can change them all by himself now. There's going to be boots picked up for that Lina. That Wild King just going to do a bit of extra damage to the creeps. Now, the top lane has been completely dominated, if you would say, but Sand King going to be sitting down here. Comfortable 16-0. 8. Certainly much better than this 3-2. That's what we're going to be seeing on that Naga Siren. He does need that farm, and he's getting comprehensively harassed. Only level 4 in comparison, but the Sand King also at level 4. What's going to be going on here? There's a bit of a huge chase. A lot of stuns going to go off. Darkseer definitely will drop. Oh wow, this game really just takes me across the map. Absolutely annoying. Apologies if I miss any of these. I am trying to watch my minimap a bit more. Of course, I am quite terrible at it. I can't even watch it during real games. There's going to be a huge go made. That pure damage is going to go off from that meld. Is there going to be... Nope, absolutely not. No chase, but it was very, very close, really, about 1 or 2 hits away from death. That Dazzle's got to watch out. And even if he has got that natural heal, There's going to be, looks like there's going to be this ganking party of the Lina and Ogre Magi. They two work so well together. Fire Blast and then followed by the Earth Stun, which I can't remember the name of at the moment. I don't usually play Lina. It's something very ridiculous, and I remember I was like, that's an incredibly long and not cool sounding name. Unlike Laguna Blade, which is like the coolest name ever for a spell. We're going to be seeing 3 in the mid, not completely unusual. Probably looking to gank for that Dazzle, who was very, very low on health. If they can get 1 stun, he is dead. Yeah, there's going to be a slow going to go off. Is he going to Couch Shotgun himself? No, he's going to stun, and he will drop immediately. Oh, goodness gracious me, Lina managing to pick off that kill. We're going to be seeing, is that Shadow? Is that, okay, he's already, Sand King already been able to pick up his mana boots. Is he going to make another go? He does have, he's 100 mana, not enough for a Burrow Strike. Okay, no, he's going to be going back. But Lina and Ogre Magi doing a fantastic job roaming. I want to see what items they're going to be getting. Ogre Magi just got 3 GG branches. At the moment, Chun not doing much, building up his creep army. He's got a Satyr. A Satyr Hellcaller. Very cool name. I don't know the full names of them. I just call them the Satyrs. Unholy Aura. Going to be picked up for that. Wow, bottom lane comprehensively dominated, and we're going to be seeing 32 to 10. 32, it's amazing. Which is, I mean, it's a decent farm. It's about slightly less than 5 a minute. But for a melee hero such as Sand King, it's decent. It's pretty decent. On the top lane, we're going to be seeing 29 to 0. It's very much down from that Invoker. Very comprehensively dominated. Are they going to make a go on that Lina? They can take her down. They've shown that before, but I don't think they have the stuns to do it. Shackle, not really enough. They should be picking up something like a Centaur. Oh, they are going to make a go. There's going to be a Hex, as well as that Shackle Shot. Yes, and Test of Faith will bring her down. So I was completely wrong yet again. Not as surprising. We're going to be seeing Lina going to be going off really absolute free farm for that Sand King. Something you don't want to have. If he gets his Aghanims or a Blink Dagger, a really early Blink could just destroy team fights. We're going to be seeing that Lina going to come back. There is going to be a tower push. Ogre Magi is going to be doing his best to move them away. Really want to see what items he's going to be getting. Just boots so far, going to increase his chasing potential. Might be getting phase boots. Certainly by this point, I don't believe the Darkseer should be doing his axe strategy. There's a huge amount of people bunching up. They are going to run into each other. Lanaya is right there. Ooh, Shadow Shaman is taking a ton of damage. He's going to shackle, but he's going to be hit a lot. Shadow Weave's going to come in and heal everybody as well as Hand of God. It's going to be a go made onto that Ogre Magi. There's no more stuns. Lina's going to take it. There's a stun going off on the Darkseer. Ion Shell doing admirable work. A Burrow Strike and one more hit, and that Darkseer is dead. He does go down. Everybody's looking very low on health, though, and there is a Poison Touch going to be... Oh, Satyr's going to go off. A huge chase, and yes, he does go down. There's going to be even more stuns. Rasta does drop eventually. So in total, that was like 3 for 3, if I'm not mistaken. But importantly, Naga Siren got to get more farm. He's only at 15 to 3, which is actually quite terrible, especially for a late game carry. Dazzle didn't die. He's definitely one of the heroes who's getting a lot of farm. He's picked up bottles as well as those sentry wards just for that Lanaya. Make their gank a bit more successful. What's going on here with the twin creeps? Going to be killing themselves. Lanaya going to go to the bottom. Decides, don't really want to duke out that Dazzle anymore. Very, very strong hero. Even though I think she was kind of winning. I'm not very surprised. Lina already picking up her mana boots. What are we going to see here? As well as mana boots for the Sand King. So he's going to be working on his Blink Dagger next. There's going to be a Magic Stick picked up. Lineup we've already seen. Invoker, I'm very interested. Floor Staff, perhaps. First item. He's already going to use Power Treads as well as he's going to probably go for a Django, judging by that Bracer. And it's going to be a Vanguard going to be picked up on that Darkseer. I wonder how far he is away from that. Just going to check the farm score really quick and not close at all. He's going to go about 300 gold. Still needs to pick up that point booster. We're going to be seeing Chun coming into the mid lane. Not really sure why. There's a Sentry Ward there, which is probably why Lanaya moved to the bottom. Should be having an easier time, especially with those side blades, just as a form of harass. Onto that Naga Siren. She has not been having the best game at all. Hasn't picked up really any items besides that permanent shield, which she had actually at the beginning of the game. Completely dominated effectively. But this top tower is not long for life. If we can get that, that's a bit of extra gold. 162 health left. If Darkseer can make that push, who knows? Could definitely bring her back in the game. She could at least forge some better items. We're going to be seeing a sort of a ganking party going to go on. Sand King going to leave his lane, not going to get the farm. Going to be coming with a stun, and yes, Chun drops. His creep army unable to protect him. Wow, very, very sad day indeed. Sentinel. The score is only 5-7 though, but I feel that the Sentinel side is losing comprehensively. Not at all able to win these fights. I want to check the middle and I want to check the top lane, but there's also going to be a bit of a push coming on here. I want to see especially what's going on in that top lane. A tower was pushed, Ion Shell combination. Darkseer not getting too close enough, not getting close enough for any of those spells to be really of much use, but still able to push. There's going to be a huge bunch of teleports coming into the mid lane. Of course, Dazzle as well as Rasta are going to be forced to flee. There's going to be a Burrow Strike. No, there is a stun. Is there a Burrow Strike to follow up? Shallow Grave casted a bit too early. Fire stun from Lina misses. Sand King looking in a lot of trouble. Dazzle finally drops. Will Sand King get out of there? He should get out of there. There's nobody to stop him. Rasta, they're going to make a go. Yes, another stun goes off. Excellent chain stuns. Hand of God's going to come in to save him. Is it going to be enough? Vacuum pushes the Ogre Magi out into a slightly unfavorable position. Not really much else I can say about that. But that team fight was quite excellent. Only 2 deaths, though, purely in the favor of Scourge side. And, perhaps more importantly, she is not getting the farm she needs. That Naga Siren should be going for a Diffusal Blade, in my opinion. She's probably going to try for pick up a Radiance or a bottle or some kind. A Diffusal Blade would be excellent. But those illusions would work incredibly well against just against those refraction charges. Able to just drop them that much faster. Chun, of course, needs to build up his creep army. The thing is, he does need quite a few levels. There's going to be a go made on him. Another Fire Blast. Burrow Strike finishes him off. There's going to be a vacuum, but it's way too late. Are they going to make it go? That Wildkin doing his thing. There's going to be nothing going on. Dazzle and Naga Siren need to watch out. There was just a team fight, so they should be aware of the positioning of the opponent. What's going to be going on here? No, a huge go being made. Song of the Siren has been dropped. Can she get out in time? Are they setting up for? Instead, they're going to be setting up for a fight. Not sure if that was the wisest decision. Refraction charges are still up on that Lanaya. What's going to be going on here? The game is so difficult to follow. There's going to be that shot drops from that. What's his name? Darkseer, as well as a bit of a go made. Shackles were going off. Was it a bit unfavorable? No, they managed to break down that Lanaya, and if you think about it, really, 2 for 1 go, absolutely worth it. In favor of the Sentinel side, there's going to be a Shadow Poison going to go off. A huge series of spells. Test of Faith is going to go off. There's going to be a Shackle as well as a Hex onto that Invoker. He's going to manage to kill the Rasta before he goes. Is there going to be a continuous go? No, indeed. Ogre Magi getting out of that one by the skin of his teeth. Oh, insane. Absolutely insane. Very, very cool. Very fun to watch. The score is still 8-12 in favor of the Scourge side, but the Sentinel is still showing signs of life, which is very, very good. More importantly, this Naga Siren needs a lot more farm to be effective. Let's see it. She only has 27-3, which is actually quite abysmal. It's not even 2 a minute, which is not what you expect to see. I mean, you expect to see it from someone like me. I'm actually surprised if I get a single creep kill, but in the pro scene, certainly for a Naga Siren player, you expect slightly more. 59, the 2 heads, pretty admirable. Already picked up the phase boots, going to be very impressive as a ganker. We already saw in that last engage how she can do insane amounts of damage. Looks like it's going to be a, Force Staff coming onto this Invoker. What are we going to see down here? A bit of jungling. Oh, really? There's going to be just mana boots onto that Chun. Not even close to that mechanism. Is he even going to go for a mechanism? Not sure at all. They've picked up an Ogre Magi for themselves as well. I'm going to be seeing this laning a little bit better. Using his illusions to farm. My friend who does that. Mid tower has been brought down as well. Top tower as well. So actually, if you count it out, tower is definite advantage of the Sentinel side. May just be about even. Although certainly with kills you'd have gold loss as well as time dead, which means time not spent getting EXP. But certainly Sentinel are far from losing. There's going to be a poison touch. There's definitely going to be a stun. Ooh, a Burrow Strike as well as another stun from Lina to prevent that stun. Excellent play. Ether Shock. Sand King, however, does go down. Oh, but so does Chun. There's going to be a ward trap going off. Is he going to be able to do anything? It's just attacking creeps at the moment. Oh, wrong target. There's going to be a Shadow Wave to heal everybody, but there's going to be a Fire Blast going to be made onto that Darkseer. Lanaya is going to be hit by that net. She doesn't care. She's going to do a ton of damage. Is she going to go down? She does go down. Ether Shock has provided a huge epicenter coming on from that Sand King, who does drop. There's a giant meteor onto that. Everybody dies, and Dazzle's taking a lot of damage. He's getting hit. Is he going to make it out alive? He's already used Shallow Grave. He's going to be bottling up. No, he's looking at almost full health. Ogre Magi has to step back. Chun's going to be jumping right back in. Testify, of course, also another pure damage spell. Love that fight. 11 to 16, so that worked out more in favor of the Scourge and the Sentinel. Ooh, very cool. And Ogre Magi still hasn't died. I commend him. He's one of those like rare intelligence heroes whose strength actually increases higher than their whatchamacallit. And of course a blink on Alina, which is actually very standard play, just to be able to get that stuns in place. And Revoker has picked up his Force Staff. That's going to make him very much annoying. I believe Force Staff is one of those items, like one of the more useful items of the game. It just has innumerable purposes. Absolutely insane. Planeswalker Cloak can be picked up on that Stonebreaker, just so a little bit more survivability, which is very good. His Fire Blasts are an insane spell. Invisible Dazzle. I love Invisible Dazzle. Who doesn't love Invisible Dazzle? There's going to be Naga Siren. What's she going to be getting? She has no real items. That's the mirror image, but is it? Yeah, it's the same for her. Unfortunately, there's going to be a bit of a push. We're going to be made off. Ion Shell is actually showing its worth as a pushing item. Vanguard has been picked up for that Darkseer, so he's going to be sticking around for his team fights. The thing is, does he really contribute? He doesn't have any natural DPS output, but Vacuum, a very, very potent spell. There's going to be, oh my goodness, there's going to be a go made on the Naya. It was absolutely backfired. And now, certainly not going to be very, very good for this Dazzle. He's going to be hit by a Fire Blast as well. That chain stun coming in from that Lina. Another Shallow Grave has been put on. He will teleport out just fine. Unable to be brought down before Shallow Grave does. And of course, Lanaya does not have a stun to interrupt that spell. Another, Laguna Blade just melts that Chun. Oh, destroying him. He has not been having a good game. I would really like to check. Yes, I think I will. 11 to 18 is a score. I just want to check exactly what level in terms of levels. Slightly outlaned. Mith.trust is being outlaned by iDeal. Outleveled. Yes, outleveled by iDeal, who's just have sort of like a one level advantage over. But yeah, it's purely in terms of DPS output. Actually, we're looking at a lot of damage coming in from that Lina, pure damage coming in from that Lanaya, and a huge go being made. Another series of chain stuns. Darkseer falls down. They should not stay out like this. Lina and Ogre Magi doing a fantastic job together, just providing absolute chain stuns. Lina has yet to use her blink, but she does. She can be a devastating initiator coming in, stunning everybody. That's just an AoE stun. I mean, really, what can you do? And in the meantime, bottom tower has dropped. Sorry, I did not catch that. Was busy catching the fights. Invoker going to run out just in time. Really, what do the Sentinel need to do? The Sentinel needs to start winning fights. It's that simple. How can they start winning fights? Well, they really need to start sticking together and doing some ganks. Chun, especially, he needs those levels. He's almost on his way to his mechanism. He started his Hydrosis Rejuvenation. It might be a bit late to get that. Somebody needs to go to the top lane or start his and defend that. Darkseer probably is going to jump in. Yep. What else? Really, he needs to start picking up creeps. He needs to start getting levels. He needs to start becoming a boss, which is what Chun can do if he can pick up a creep army. Come in. I've seen Chun's able to do insane chain stuns just with centaurs, with satyrs. It is just absolutely insane. Lanaya's traps are going to be there. Oh, Fire Blast, very unlucky. Caught out yet again. How many times has he died? I will check, but I have a feeling that there's going to be a team fight in the next couple of seconds. Oh, once again, absolutely incorrect. Going to check those team fights. Going to check those scores for that Chun. 2-6-7, not good game at all. Chun, ideally, you would have him never die. Hand of God, needs to be upgraded. It needs to be upgraded. It is like the best spell ever, in my opinion. Not really. It's definitely one of the better ones. And I would, you'd want to see it get upgraded. But, well, there's no spell you really, is there a spell you really want to see a level 1? I guess not. Let me see. Well, depending on the situation, maybe Elder Dragon form. Yeah, anyway, that is a philosophical discussion for another time. We're going to be seeing any more pushes going to be going on in the mid lane. This is very dangerous. 2 Intel heroes, not really tanky at all. No, they're going to be wandering around here. should be coming up together. I mean, with Chen, they could provide innumerable offense. Really, Wildkin, the slow does not stack for those tornadoes, cyclones, whatever you want to call them, but the damage does. Not really sure if that's the best creeps to have. You definitely want creeps with more aura, perhaps with a stun, disables, but absolutely valid, I guess. There's going to be a poison touch going to go off. There's no stuns, unfortunately. A vacuum. Is he going to be going down? Ether shock. Yes, he will be going down on the right clicks. See, that's what they need to do. The Sentinels still are definitely very much able to. In the meantime, the top tower has just dropped. The score is 12-21 in favor of the Scourge side. Definitely needs to be more going on for the Sentinel, and they're a bit of a push using those Forge Spirits. Absolutely nobody defending. But in the same meantime, they're going to go for the mid themselves. They've already dropped wards. Oh, a series of stuns. Rasta is brought down despite Hand of God's best effort, as well as Darkseer, down just by the insane amount of spell damage. Chun is in trouble next. He's getting hit. He's going to get hit by the stun. Blink Dagger doing its work. And of course, Chun drops for yet another time. I believe that should be the 7th. His Wildkins are running for their lives. Invoker seems to be hunting them for a Bloodsport. 12-25. Can mith.trust come back from this? They're my favorite, like they're one of my more favorite teams. More favorite teams, is that even a word? Still winning in terms of tower advantage. Yeah, no more. It is now completely even. And of course, Roshan, they're going to lose that, which is actually 200 gold per person for the Scourge. Drops so quickly. So many stuns, 3 times multicast. Who's going to pick up the Aegis? Invoker will be. I haven't really seen him do so much in the team fights. Mainly in Lina, as well as that Ogre Magi as a combination. Absolutely so potent. Think about Lina and Ogre Magi. They're not really heroes who can come back from when you're sort of like really down. But when you're up, my goodness, they are fantastic heroes to have. Invoker, they're going to be making another bit of a go. Tower is absolutely going to melt. Is it? Look how fast it's just going to go down. Is it? Those Forge Spirits are just gonna push everyone away. Are they gonna keep pushing? No, they're just gonna back off. Even despite having that Aegis, he's probably gonna go for Hex with that, judging by the ultimate orb. It could be many other things. There's already a blink picked up on that Lanaya. Could be so effective as a chaser. No real item progression for that Ogre Magi, but he has upgraded to a magic wand, which is always, well, you won't say no to a magic wand. Is there a bit more farm? Radiance will be the item of choice for that Naga Siren. Gonna say not really thinking that might be the best. Shooting up for Diffusal Blades in my opinion. Got some ganking, but what do I know? It may be just the thing needed to turn this game around. Django has been picked up for that Lina. She's gonna be capitalizing on the fact on that increased attack speed. Absolutely insane. In case you were wondering, that is a legitimate strategy to do that increased attack speed tactic. I've seen Assault Cuirass being played on Alita with fairly good results. I got owned, but not sure if that's because going to be a go made off onto the Wildkin, who's being struck with every single stun in the book, as well as that Centaur going to be taking a lot of damage. A huge push is going to go off. They need to be careful. The Sentinel side, there's a lot of blinks onto this on the Scourge, and they're moving back to their tower. They're going to have to sacrifice this. I don't really see a way they can defend it. They don't have enough AOE. Shadow Wave, maybe ultimate coming in from the. There's going to be Song of Sirens. They are going to initiate. They're going to go for Lana first. There is a Wall of Illusion going to be dropped. Vacuum does not take them. And, of course, those Serpent Wards. Force Staff out immediately from that Invoker. Ogre Magi drops before it can do anything. There's going to be a Shackle as well as a Hex onto that Invoker. He's going to be taking a lot of damage. Not going to die yet. A huge Epicenter going to go off. Unfortunately, my screen is tiny as I'm not able to catch all of this. It's going to be Poison Touch. Dazzle's going to run for his life. Invoker looking very low. Teleport out. Lina, nope, that is the end of that engage. Serpent Ward's not really able to do it. Very, very strong play. Very, very cool go from the Sentinel side. Unfortunately, not enough. Those Serpent Wards not really able to do enough damage. Force Staff, a very useful item. Not able to trap anybody. But still a very interesting go made. And certainly, I believe the Sentinel could try again. They do definitely have that really strong initiation if they can come in Song of the Siren, and then maybe a few follow-up stuns with Chen. That is if, of course, they can survive the next big push. Aegis has been dropped from that Invoker. So likely they're going to wait for it again. Don't really want to make that push. The Sentinel's still very, very strong team. Still very, very difficult to bring down. We're going to be seeing any item progression. That's what that's really what needs to be done. The Radiance needs to be finished. Just want to check the. It's 14 to 29. Just want to check the form on that Naga Siren so far. She's only got 2,200, not even close to that. Well, about 1,000, 1,100 gold away. But who's counting? You know, you really, unless you're of course interested in the game. Maybe seeing anything? Nope. Just power treads. Wow, and that Shadow Shot. Not an item you normally see. There's going to be 4 staff perhaps onto that Shadow Priest. Probably 4 staff. And of course, yep. I'm just thinking, am I getting the name of his skills wrong? It's been a while since I played a Dazzle. Shallow Grave, I don't get that right. Is Weave his name of his ultimate? Oh, sorry for bringing you such a shoddy commentary. Yep, anyway, there's going to be a Hex on that Invoker. Whew. And which could definitely make a huge impact. I'm trying to believe, okay, apologies. This is what's going on in my brain right now. Does Invoker need Hex to win the team fights? No, he does not. The fact he has Hex means they're going to win team fights so much more easily. You know, just put a Hex onto that huge damage dealer, which I believe is the Naga Siren. Or maybe you want to put it on the Dazzle so he can't do any of the utilities, any of his saving graces with those Shallow Graves. Ooh, a blink out from that, I'm sorry, what's his face? Sand King, but he's getting hit by everything. Not the correct direction to blink in. Should have blinked over here maybe and tried to teleport out. Next time I'm going to be farming up a little bit more. She really needs that Radiance. She needs to start getting any of her big items. But the thing is, if you can put a Hex onto her, it is absolutely insane. It is completely imbalanced. That's why I like to say, even though it's kind of not, because it's part of the game. If you can put that, you can just eliminate such a huge damage dealer. She's not even the best. Or if you want to take out the Dazzle, okay, absolutely fine. You want to take out the 2 disables onto that Rasta, absolutely perfect. You don't need the Hex to win team fights currently, but the fact you have a Hex, it shows just how much, you know, further ahead. And there's going to be point booster. Maybe this Aggron Stonebreaker will get his Aghanims, and we get to see how his second head works as it does its blast, its fire blast. Level 14 on that Lanaya, on that Lina, which is absolutely amazing. Level 15 on Lanaya. Just absolutely fantastic. Sentinel side getting completely out leveled. 16, 18 onto that Invoker. And there's going to be a huge go on the bottom, a giant push. Not going to wait for that Roshan. Maybe they're just going to test out the waters, just do a bit of extra damage, soften it up, so to speak, for the later rounds. Chen's going to be defending. They should defend it absolutely adequately. Nope, they are building up. They're going to be making another go. Mana Boots are going to be popped. There is going to be a Ghost Scepter picked up on that Lina, just give her a bit more survivability, which you do want. So she can cast her spells continuously. She doesn't need a larger mana pool. Another item she could get, mana regeneration. Bloodstone is absolutely valid. Hex, another Hex on her. Really, sky's the limit. Chief's Guard, there's just the standard routine of intelligence items. BKB going to be picked up for that Sand King. I really like that choice, although I would have liked to see an Aghanim's Scepter just for the lulz. We're going to be seeing more level 16 ultimate from Sand King is absolutely insane. They're going to be reinforcing that bottom side. They've already picked up 2 centaurs, that Chen. And no, there will be a huge guy. I really thought they would wait for Roshan, but once again, I am absolutely incorrect. Can they defend it on the high ground? Probably. They are waiting for that creep wave. They're all being scouted out. The thing is, they're able to bring down the wave so very quickly, but they're giving the Sentinel a lot of time to prepare for this push. May not be the best thing. Usually want to push to come out of nowhere. That Cyclones are able to do a lot of damage. Those Forge Spirits, very strong. What are we going to be seeing? Are we going to be seeing it coming in? Radiance has been completed. Ooh, the skirt of the creep wave is dying. Those illusions able to come in to lower everybody's armor, hit them full of magic damage. Absolutely insane. A perfect way to start up a team fight. If they were to come in right now with Song of the Siren, it could be anybody's game. That's what I'm saying. If they're able to take off, let's say, somebody in a ward trap, anybody's game. In the meantime, what's going to happen in mid? There's going to be a huge push coming on with that Naga Siren. Does she have teleport scroll? She should have a teleport scroll. Yes, she does, and so she's able to come back at any time. But this is a huge mistake from the Scourge side. They're giving Naga Siren a lot of time to farm, a lot of time to push down their own mid lane. In the meantime, they're not getting much for it. The Fire Blasts are going to be going off on Centaurs. Is that really what you need? But they are going to be making a huge go into this tower. Naga Siren needs to port back unless she wants to go for mid herself. 4 staff's going to be coming on. Can they defend this? There's going to be Poison Touch, a Vacuum, Test of Faith, a Hex, and a Ward Trap. Absolutely beautiful. A Wall of Illusions pop. A Blink in as well as Hand of God. A huge ultimate that effectively did nothing. There's going to be a lot of damage going to go off. Okay. What happened? Effectively traded towers. A huge push went down the middle lane. Square side got it. And there's actually keep going. Oh, sorry. Apologies. I did not catch that. He's gonna die to Radiant Sprint. Yeah, he's gonna die to Radiant Sprint. That's gotta suck. Sand King very out of position, jumping very, very far. These wards able to do a significant amount of damage. Force Staff has been picked up for the Dazzle. That is definitely went in the favor of the Sentinel. And what they really need to do a comeback. Gonna be Django. It's gonna be the next item. Just help out for the team fights as opposed to Mechanism. Pipe has been picked up on that Darkseer. Very, very smart item choice. Absolutely crucial against the game with an Invoker and Alina. Naga Siren should be finding a much better farm now that she has that Radiance on her. What are we going to be seeing on this? He's got a Stygian Desolator already. He is such a strong carry, Lanaya. She's going to be such a beast to deal with. Already naturally tanky because of that, whatchamacallit. God gracious, refraction charges. She is just going to be so much stronger. Is he anywhere close to completing his Aghanims? Not really. That could really make a difference, having that insane increased chain stun. More disables are always better, but not really. I suppose a Hex would be the better item, but I'd still like to see it. We're going to be seeing any more item progression. What the Sentinel needs is more better items, I guess. But also in terms of team play, what we saw, very, very good initiation. Sand King's ultimate not able to do a lot of damage. Hand of God providing such a fantastic follow-up. A perfect Wall of Illusion drop when that Lanaya was just so out of position. It was just absolutely perfect timing. We're going to be seeing some farming going on here. They're sticking together, which is really what they need to do. So they need to start holding hands. They need to start making pushes, making goes. What is going to be going on here, though? Ooh, looking at the minimap, there's going to be a push. Looks like everybody's sitting on the top as well as everybody sitting on the bottom. Can the Sentinel side get back in time? There's going to be teleportation scrolls going to go off. They are recognizing there is going to be another push, and this push definitely is going to be very, very difficult to counter. Everybody's ultimate should be epicenter should be on cooldown. No, there's going to be a blink barrel strike in, as well as a series of stuns bringing down immediately that Rasta. He's going to die back. Wall of Illusion has been dropped. There's going to be some stuns. Oh, Wall of Illusion has been baited out without taking a single person down. This could be big. Basically, Wall of Illusion is such a perfect anti-pushing spell. Such a great defense, even especially if you don't have a tower. In fact, they got to bait it out. That is going to be a significant length of time before they can bring it back off. Let me just check out how much longer in terms of cooldown. It will be on cooldown 60, so another minute. And in that time, instead of mounting up for another push, they're going to be going for Roshan. Huh. Very, very interesting. Recognizing they probably would be better if they got it. Who's going to be getting it up? Is it going to be Lanaya? Yes, she will be getting it. Gonna need it. I mean, she does need that extra side ability. She's such a powerful damage dealer. We'll be seeing vitality booster. She's gonna go for heart. Maybe doesn't survivability, extra survivability would be good. Aegis would have been better. Yeah, of course, Aegis would have been better. Aegis would have been better. Plus, like some form of DPS item. Manta style, give her even more illusions, even though she doesn't really need it or diffusal blade. But of course, she does need that survivability, and since really it's not really a practicable item to get an Aegis. I guess Heart also quite good. She's going for a Vanguard herself. There's going to be a BKB, I believe, picked up on that Rasta. He's recognizing he's going to get initiated upon. A lot of stuns going to be going in his direction. So he's going to be getting that. Chun, not even close to completing a Django or that. Well, he's close to completing both a Django and a Mechanism, but he hasn't yet, which is quite telling since it just shows he has not got the best farm. What am I seeing? No real end progression as well. Onto that Naga Siren. I'm just going to check out her farm real quick. It's going to be 913 gold. I'm not sure if she's going to go for a heart or vitality booster. She could go either way. Vanguard. She could go either way at this point. Are they going to be making a go? That Radiance Burn actually doing a lot of damage, so I guess I was wrong once again about it not being the best item. BKB would also be a great item for that Naga Siren, just in terms of survivability, give her a bit of extra health. Yep, there's going to be a mounting push. Jen really should drop a sentry ward. Oh, and they have. Yes, they have dropped a sentry ward. Yeah, okay. As if I need to tell them that. Anyway, we're going to be seeing Illusions just doing a little bit of a push. Really, they're mounting up for that final go. The Scourge side recognizing they do need to make a push before that Lanaya can get... Sorry, that... what's her face? Naga Siren can get really, really fat because I believe she does out-carry the Lanaya quite a bit. A lot of heroes starting with L for some reason. So but she is, at the moment, at an extreme level disadvantage. the entire Sentinel side we're looking at 16, 16, 14, 12, 12, 16, 18, 14, 19, 16. Really, the lowest level hero is level 14 on the Scourge side, which is, oh my goodness, so ridiculous. But it is 35 minutes into the game. Really, the Scourge side start to peak around effectiveness around this point. They start needing to pick up Aghanims in order to stay relevant for this game. And in the meantime, this Lanaya doing a very good job of being a global hero. It's as if she picked up Boots of Travel. She's always managing to go up and down, using her illusions to farm in the jungle, using her illusions to push the creep wave. Very, very effective go, mate, from this Naga Siren. I haven't seen illusions being used like this effectively in quite a while. There's going to be a go made onto the bottom. The vacuum going to go off. There's going to be a stun. There's going to be a hex. There's going to be a test of fate, a penitence, and a shackle shot. Lena's going to be coming in for some stuns, and no, yes, die, and there's a shallow grave. He's going to get away just fine. Shallow poison touch going to go off. Ooh, very, very cool chase. Very nice bit of a comeback made by the Sentinel. I do love it when mith.trust subvert my expectations and they actually come out. This is what you need to do. Turtling is not just about sitting in a base waiting for the opponent to come to you. It's also about taking the fight to the opponent. Maintain that aggressiveness, maintaining that pressure. Don't let the opponent do whatever he wants. If the opponent's going to go Roshan, you have to go push. Yeah, if the opponent's camping outside, figure out a way to initiate. That's what you need to. I mean, obviously, it may not always work, but that's what you need to do. You can't give the opponent the initiative, the chance to stay on, to come at you whenever, any time. You can't just. I mean, some say you just wait for a mistake to happen. Is your opponent going to make a mistake? You're definitely going to make extra mistakes. That's how you got into the turtling position in the first blade. Ethereal Blade. Oh my goodness, what a item! Oh my goodness, I'm thinking. There's an immediate stun and an immediate death going on to that Chun. Oh, goodness gracious me. While I was freaking out about that. I did not catch the link. Apologies. Ethereal Blade, I just want to talk about. This is going to be a huge push. This is going to definitely go for the Rax. I don't believe they can defend it. Wards have been dropped. A lot of damage. Burrow Strike in. Ooh, is there anything going to go off? A huge long-range shackle. Wall of Illusion has dropped. Yep, he's going to, what's his name? Sand King is dead. Radiance Burn doing a lot of damage to those creeps, as well as just bringing down those refraction charges. Is there going to be Is there going to go? There's going to be a huge series of stuns. Naga Siren is looking in a lot of trouble. She's at a shallow grave. She's dropped Pop Siren. Lanaya in the meantime looking so low. There's no either shot. There's going to be. She's going to go down, but she does have the Aegis on Ethereal Blade onto that. Gosh, taking a lot of damage. Invoker low on health. Apologies for talking like Spock, but this is amazingly cool, and I'm just feeling the tension. Sentinel once again making an absolutely brilliant defense, despite the fact that E-Blade has been picked up onto that Lena. I just want to say, just absolutely brilliant item. Just, my God, it's like the next item, of course, to pick up is Veil of Discord, but if she picks it up, I'm be like, oh my God, iDeal favorite team. Just absolutely fantastic to watch an Ethereal Blade on Alina, which I have not seen in a very long time. In my mind, that's like the most effective item because she's a spell damage dealer that increases spell damage. Makes sense. Anyway, there's going to be a BKB going to be picked up, making that Lanaya that much harder to kill. She is level 19. Going to be very, very difficult for the Sentinel to come back from this one. Yet, I've got a feeling they're down They're down in terms of towers, but they are such an effective team, such a lively team. They're not going to let it back down at all. There is going to be a Aghanims picked up for that Invoker. I haven't seen that in a very long time. I'm going to give him a bit more access to just an insane amount. He's just going to be that much stronger, that much more versatile, that much harder to deal with. Overall, haven't seen it in a while, so I'm not really sure how it's going to work in terms of the team fight, but I can imagine. And it looks like Messerschmitt's Reaver has been picked up for that Sladies. How close is she to completing that recipe? It's 1100 recipe, about 1,000 gold away. She should be farming very, very nicely with that Radiance, and of course it will be a completely different game once she gets that. BKB, she still needs Diffuser Blade, Manta Style, still needs a lot of items. Anyway, wouldn't recommend an Esper Blade on her, even though it gives you the most agility in the game. Butterfly, maybe? Maybe not. Really very interesting to see how she goes. She does have that heart now. Oh, she is a fast farmer. I love this item. Absolutely love this item. I used to get it a lot on Rogue Knight before I realized I shouldn't farm so much as I do. And we're going to be seeing Chun going to be going in Wait, there's going to be a Burrow Strike as well as a huge Epicenter. Not going to catch anybody except for that Dazzle who drops immediately. Chun's going to teleport out. Darkseer, he is not going to make it out alive. A lot of spell damage. And now is the time, of course, for the Sentinel side to push. Huge blinks. They're going to be clearing the creep wave very, very fast. Really, the Sentinel side needed to push that creep wave out a lot so that this sort of scenario could not happen. Rasta going to come in. Darkseer really needs to be there with Wall Illusion. There's no other way they can defend it. There's going to be a go made up immediately. He's already dropped his ward, so it doesn't really matter. Hand of God's going to try and save him. Not successful. Those wards are becoming free gold. This Rax will certainly drop. All the wards are now dead. The Rax is being sieged. Glyph is being popped. Myth.trust really wants to defend this, but completely unable to. Too many of their heroes are dead, and this is not boding well at all. There's going to be a blink in. Chun dies instantly. Naga Siren taking a ton of damage. She's not able to do it by herself. Oh, certainly they're going to transition to top racks. This is the worst case scenario for Myth.trust. Base is in full breach. All their heroes are dead. Of course, there's going to be Hex onto that Naga Siren. Unable to come back. She's going to use her Song of the Siren. They come in with a Dazzle. Are they going to be able to do anything? Huge Weave is going to go off. There's a vacuum. Huge series of ice. Invoker drops. That is such an important thing in terms of defending. But at the same time, they have lost bottom racks. Top tower is now gone. They're going to need to push. And bottom is in full breach, but they're not defending. Rust is going to be coming in. Ooh, by the way, if anybody could tell me if what I'm doing with my mouse now is better, in terms of how I'm following the team fights. I've been told I've been very jerky lately with my mouse movements within team fights. Just give more feedback as whether or not this is helping what I'm doing now, which is using the arrow keys during team fights, stabilize it a little bit. Oh my goodness, Hyperstone! I've never seen a Lanaya this fat, really. Is she going to go for a Assault Cuirass or maybe a Mjolnir? Increased attack speed, just absolutely insane. Going to make her such an incredible damage output. But, of course, you do have a Naga Siren. Very interested to see what she's going to go for next. She does have that heart for survivability. Butterfly, BKB, almost anything, really. At this point, she needs to start using her Song of the Siren more offensively for engages, which is what she would do, of course, if her team more alive. This guy needs to stop dying. That's easier said than done. He's actually a surprisingly squishy hero, especially with all those blink initiations. 210 to 15. I believe he has the highest amount of deaths in the game. Not good at all. As if I need to tell him that. There's going to be smoke. Come on. Is it going to be a gank? Is it going to be a gank? Really think that, well, by this point, they're looking to push the middle lane, which is fair enough. Are they waiting for the next Roshan? Don't believe they should. I mean, they can push now. Their team is stronger. Is there any real reason to give the other side a chance to wait? They're looking like they're going to go for Roshan themselves. They picked up a gem. Oh, yep, the fight's going to be in the Roshan pit. This is going to be awesome. Everybody, Song of the Siren's going to hit. And a huge blink BKB onto that Earthshaker, on that, guy, Sand King. I'm sorry, the... Goodness gracious me, I've just forgotten all my language. Naga Siren drops before she's able to do anything. A huge Fire Blast going to go off onto that Darkseer. He's getting hit. He's going to be running. E-Blade going to go off. Is he trying to commit suicide in the creeps? He does not. He's too much health for that. He's going to be hit by every stun in the book. Lina is going to run away with absolutely nothing. Incredible victory for the Scourge side. Oh my goodness. This is really what the Sentinel did not need at all at this point. They really needed to win that team fight if they were going to come back. Their base is still being breached. If you're looking at the bottom, Siren had to buy back. She's going to be going. She's going to be trying to make a bit extra farm. Meanwhile, Dazzle managed to escape, so didn't drop the gem. Very good, but they're going to lose another Roshan. This time the cheese will be dropped. Who's going to pick it up? I'm probably going to pick up that Aghanims. Sell that wand. Nope, she's not. Oh yeah, Ilana will pick up that Aegis. Is Invoker going to pick up cheese? He will pick up the cheese. Oh my goodness, this is probably one of the worst case scenarios. The 2 damage dealer is absolutely insane. Very good job from this Chrysalix, managing to pop his BKB at the right time, therefore unaffected by Song of the Siren. Jump in with a huge Ego Slam, wipe out half the Naga Siren's life, unable to do anything. Absolutely beautiful work, Of course, that ensnare should have gone right through BKB. Not so sure why it wasn't casted on him. It would have lasted 5 seconds. Yeah, so anyway, not at all sure why. That shouldn't have succeeded, really. That really shouldn't have succeeded. We're going to be seeing Ogre X. Still no progression on that BKB from that roster. Just seeing what level he is. He had the Ogre X forever ago. I'm sorry, we're just seeing what farm he has, 1100. Top is going to be pushed back by this Naya, not wanting to let Nagasara get that push at all, or that farm. Meanwhile, this Ladis needs to get fatter. That's it. That's all I can say. Really wanted to know what exactly she's going to be getting. Going to be seeing Invoker. Can she take the Invoker solo? Maybe, maybe not. He has a lot of spells at his disposal, a lot of damage. We're going to see his, as well as that Hex. Very, very difficult to take these two down, which is quite sad if you think about it. We're going to be seeing from this Lanaya. She's going to go Ultimate Orb. She's going to get a Hex of her own. Maybe even Eye of Scotty. I've never seen a Lina with Eye of Scotty. And I would love to. I would love to see one. I can justify it. No progress on that. Stonebreaker, for his Aghanims, he's going to be getting a Ghost Scepter, I guess. It's the intelligent decision. It's not the fun decision, but the intelligent one. Definitely give him contribute to survivability. And actually, if you look at it, those stats, I believe it's +7. Yeah, which is just insane. +7 all stats. It's quite good for its cost, which is 1,600 gold. 1,600 +7 all stats. I mean, if you think about it, an Ultimate Orb only gives you about +10 to each, and it's 2,100. It's pretty good. Assault Cuirass will be the item of choice. Wow. I like it. I approve of this Assault Cuirass. It's going to make her so much tankier, so much more survivable. Oh, Chun. Why did he dominate a... Okay, we're going to be seeing anyway. This one is very difficult to defend. Naga Siren's going to come in. They're going to be making a huge initiation. I'll follow this Naga Siren. Is she going to go? Oh, there's a huge, huge epicenter going to go off on everybody. Hand of God. There is a Shallow Grave on that roster trying to save his life. Ooh, that Wall of Illusion doing so much, yet so little at the same time. Hexes are going to go off. An insane amount of damage. Shackle shots as well. Ooh, is she going to drop? Cold Snap is onto that Naga Siren. There's going to be a Burrow Strike killing that roster. They're killing that Chun. There's going to be another stun going to go off. Darkseer is going to live just barely. Unfortunately, living hero survival, not so much. Ogre Magi drops eventually. Living is not, of course, the aim of the game. It is, of course, to defend the Ancient, and it's so difficult to do that. And Snare's going to go off as well as Shackle Shots. Are they going to be able to do the follow-up damage? A lot of stuns going to go off. Hex is up. Shallow Grave perhaps a bit prematurely. Going to be a bit of a chase. They've lost another Rex. mith.trust needs to make this push now. There's no other time for it. They can't sit and have that leisure. Is it going to be a Manta style next, or is it going to be a Hex? Who knows? That Ultimate Orb. Eye of Scotty? I've never seen it. Not really the item of choice to come back here now. They're going to be making that push. Of course, they're completely unable to make the push. I'm just saying that they kind of need to be able to push now because their bottom Rex isn't, their bottom tower isn't completely in full breach. Really difficult to come back. But it's not something we haven't seen before. Vitality booster as well as an Ogre X is going to be picked up. Going to be going for that Aghanims. Is it going to make the difference? Well, we have seen that Wall of Illusion do a lot so far, having an extra, I believe, 50% in terms of damage. Very much so. They'll be those illusions will actually be doing more damage than the heroes themselves. Is that enough? I don't want to say it's not enough because I really want mith.trust to kind of win. Not gonna lie though. It's gonna be a clutch thing. But we've seen so much fantastic play from mith.trust hanging on this long as they have. I'm willing to believe they could still come back. Naga Siren is a very, very potent late game carry. It's stronger than the Lanaya. Only time will tell. And we're going to be seeing a push out coming in from the top side. They really do not want to lose that final bottom Rex. It would be GG, and you do not even want to lose that bottom tower. Of course, we have seen closer, more clutch games than this. Can they come back, though? Difficult to say. Yep, so Point Booster. Point Booster. Point Booster is really the item of choice here. I wonder, it would be cool if they all went for Bloodstone, but that's not gonna happen. So finally, gonna pick up an Aghanim Scepter. Very much so. Does he need it? His ultimate level 16 ultimate is quite formidable on its own. We haven't seen it just such impacts onto that. Just that early blink in, and then just able to lower everybody's health by so much. Draw out that Hand of God, just so very potent, so very powerful. Hand of God. Yeah, really want to see that Chun get an Aghanim, but not gonna happen. Hasn't even completed his Django. So, and of course a 15-minute Django is what any team needs. Are gonna see. Are they gonna be able to make this push? There's gonna be Troll Warlord gonna be coming out. Oh, the one Troll Warlord sacrifice is gonna run in there. Not so sure why. They're gonna need all their manpower to defend for this. Dazzle's gonna be going out. Dazzle definitely needed up top. Chun is gonna need creeps. At this point, he's only like level what? 13. Way too low. Way too low. And he's gonna need his creeps. Okay, they are not going to defend. There's going to be a Illusion's going to come out with that Radiance Burn, just doing a bit of extra damage. Lanaya really healing faster than that. Nope, she's finally managing to take some damage. Yeah, the Sentinel kind of. This is like the calm before storm, trying to defend against those Forged Spirits. Oh no, he's already dominated a Forged Spirit. Okay, it's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. There are plenty more where those came from, and that one's actually half health. Yeah, they're not going to be able to defend. They're still recognizing that. They're going to give up the defense, so they can defend closer to the base. They're going to need to turtle. This is the kind of turtling that really is the last stretches. You need to go to aggressive. You can't be defending in your base. Defend in your base, that tower is going to be taking a bunch of damage. At the same time, can they really push out? Difficult to say. They really need to use that Song of the Siren, run in. Of course, that is what the Scourge side are trying to bait out, as well as that Wall of Illusion. Darkseer, how close is he to completing his... he has completed his Aghanims. That could make a significant difference. Of course, the push is going to come in now when the Sentinel side are not at all prepared. They're too busy defending their base. Blink is going to come in. Are they going to be able to pick off anybody? If they can pick off a single hero before the team fight, then mith.trust has as good as lost. That is if the Scourge side can pick off any from mith.trust. Anyway, there's going to be another domination of a Forged Spirit. And they're really, really, really hard pressed to defend their base at this point. The Sentinel side leading with that Lanaya. Full refraction charge is going to be doing a significant amount of pure damage. Okay, they're going to go in. Song of the Siren has come in. This is going to be the final initiation, I believe. It's going to be a huge weave dropped an ultimate from that Dazzle. Wall of Illusion. Shadow Poison Touch. Going to be a BKB popped. A huge epicenter destroying everything. Naga Siren looking so low. Absolutely not. Hand of God popped way too late. And that is the game. There is a blink coming in. Burrow Strike. Dazzle casts Shallow Grave on himself. Enough to save his life. Not enough to save the game, unfortunately, in my opinion. They're definitely going to be concentrating. Can knock down that tower soon. No, buyback has been come up. No, I was once again completely wrong. Completely wrong. Absolutely defended. Of course, these parts of the base have been completely breached, but the top tower has been defended. Is that what's important? Who knows? Moonwells are always... Moonwells... Who needs Moonwells? You know, Moonwells, not like anything happens. Something should happen when you destroy the Moonwells. There's like an incentive. There should be an incentive to destroy the Moonwells. They're really just there to like distract the creeps. Oh, what? Ooh. Buyback's War Force. Oh no goodness, there's gonna be a gank. Hex. Cold Snap. She can take the Invoker. But I suppose he has way too many escape mechanisms. She has no detection. And of course there's a Lanaya waiting there. Song of the Siren's gonna be going off as she's gonna teleport out. Yeah, she's gonna be just fine. TT coming in from there. Oh goodness gracious, what can happen? Darkseer gonna be getting plate mail when you are down. Oh, stack armor. Plate mail always very good. Really haven't seen that kind of build though. He's gonna be a Yashi. Yeah, will be a Manta style. Just a bit of extra damage. Diffusal Blade would also have been good. It does give you a significant amount of agility. And this one man Lanaya push. Ooh, so very very strong. Just gonna check the gold. She probably has enough for buyback. Yeah, everybody on the Sentinel side, on the Scourge side, is completely stacked. Sentinel side, really only the Dazzle who is saving for buyback. Everybody should save for buyback. It's the question. You want to save for buyback? You want to get bigger items? To get bigger items because at this point, saving for buyback. They're just gonna let you hang on longer. Is it enough? Because really, all these guys can start buying hexes and stuff. Yeah, which could be even bigger disappointment than it is now. Is she gonna go for a Manta style? That would be cool. I was thinking the Lena. Is she gonna buy a Manta style? She has an ultimate orb. That would be very cool. I would not like it. Yeah, anyway, they're gonna be going for that Aegis one last time. It should be the last one. Although I'm still kind of hoping for a mith.trust underdog comeback victory. There's gonna be a cold snap, and yeah, extra huge amounts of damage. Huge amounts of damage. Cheese. Aegis will be picked up by the Templar Assassin. Cheese will be picked up by the Invoker. Huh. Really wondering if the Sentinel can come back. They do have a lot in terms of defense. Ion Shell, of course, they have that Wall of Illusion, not to be underestimated. It's Mass Serpent Wards. Is he? Oh, he's probably going to go for the items. Is he? No, it's going to be Big KB. What am I thinking? Is it Big KB? Who knows? Not even going to care. At this point, it's very, very late in the game for either item. And really, you don't need so much survivability on the roster, really. Is it the best? Anyway, Chun does need to pick up that mechanism soon, because a 55-minute mechanism can always save the game. Django! Actually, Django is one of those items that works late. 56 minutes, maybe it's a bit too late. But you wouldn't want to say no to that extra move speed. Radiance damage, once again, going to come in. EMP going to just push everybody away. Even more Radiance Burn. This is really it. They need to be making a push. All three sides are going to be a lot of pressure going to be put onto that Sentinel side. You're going to need to start defending, and of course Scourge will come in once they start that defense. So difficult for the Sentinel side to defend, because they're being pushed on all lanes. Naturally, all lanes are being pushed. There's a Hex going to go off immediately and Snare. Is there going to be a Wall Illusion? Yes, it has been dropped. Everything, an insane amount of damage. Focusing Epicenter. Everybody, Hand of God, Meteor, mith.trust, but she has Aegis, so it doesn't matter. I'm talking like Tobey Maguire. It gave me a huge go made onto the top. And is that it? Radiance Burn, Nagasiren doing a significant amount of damage. She is walking very, very slowly, completely frozen into that ice. Absolutely worst direction she could have chosen. She's going to be trying doing a lot of damage. Song of the Siren's going to go off so she can get in place. She should be going in. They should be trying to attack. The tower is down. No, Lanaya has come back, and they need to recognize that threat, and they're going to be doing an extreme amount of damage onto her. She's going to get vacuumed, and she will drop finally, probably to Radiance Burn. Of course, Nagasiren needs to be doing something. Shadow Grave has been put onto her. Darkseer in a lot of trouble. He's being hit by Ethereal Blade, and he will go down immediately. Insane amount of spell damage. Nagasiren trying her best to defend against this Invoker. He's getting hit. The Ancient, if I'm looking at the minimap correctly, is doing some amount of damage. Forge Spirits attacking. Yes, Forge Spirits are finally down. Are they able to defend the Ancient, though? Ancient's at very low health. They're going to come back from it. Lina does go down once again. Nagasiren doing her best. Radiance, and somehow managing to defend against the World Tree. I'm going to be seeing an insane comeback. Are we? He's forced to dominate a creep. Don't think that was the best use to dominate, but test of faith on a creep. Oh my goodness. That is that can't feel nice. But still, the important thing is this game is called Defense of the Ancients. You may have lost. No. They need to defend that top rack. This game is called Defense of the Ancients, and they managed to do that quite admirably. Going to set themselves up for a huge comeback, hopefully. Hopefully, maybe not. We're going to be seeing Gem. Of course, the danger is that these guys are going to be barreling down very soon and just going to focus down. Yeah, going to completely ignore top racks, realizing World Tree's in full breach. Going to come down for one last push. Will it be the last push? No, they're going to come and just focus down that tower. Yep, GG. Okay, well, I was, yeah, okay, I was expecting more. Anyway, so hope you guys enjoyed that game. Really thank you to everybody who submitted feedback. Particularly shout out to Luminous, who is like my hero. He's like the kind of guy who got me into this kind of thing. I love watching his commentaries. He managed to give me, thank you for watching and giving feedback. Thank you everybody who subscribed. Really means a lot to me to know that this is sort of being appreciated, even though I don't think it's very good quite yet. I'm hoping to improve. I'm hoping to give you better. Hope you enjoyed that game. We'll be posting it tomorrow. It's a particularly long one, so I should get to work editing it and doing that relay bar. Anyway, thank you very much. Stay thirsty, my friends.